Yeah, I've seen that a time or two. I've seen that a lot. That people don't know how to identify how they feel. They don't know how to articulate it. They don't know how to put into words how they feel, like you just did. Mom just came out of the bathroom and said, I got to get my bearings. Sometimes she'll say, I'm disorientated. I said, Mom, you aren't that disorientated. I think that people energy is frequency, and it messes with people's eyes, perception, how they see, you know, like, and then you get older, people get cataracts, you know. You ever try, you want to know what it's like? From what I understand, it's like mom had different eyesight than I did, and I used to put on her glasses, and I would, like, it looked like I was walking up a hill, like there was a hill right in front of me. And yeah, so it's a perception thing. It's perception. And so I said, Ma, I said, you're more orientated than you know, because you're aware that you feel funny and you know how to articulate that. So she just woke up, and it's 8. She'd been sleeping until 10:30. Something shifted. Her internal clock is different now. I've already been up dancing around since 5 o'clock. I had a cup of decaf. I made a little reel of it. I wonder how many people have this cup left. They probably bought, I don't know, a couple hundred. So that's... I got this cup a number of years ago. I wonder if people still have it. It says Cornhusker Roundup, Omaha, Nebraska. This was the 35th one. It's all a club. Everything's a club. Everything's about knowing the right people. It's all... It just drives me crazy how like, prevalent? Is that the word that I'm trying to think of? Yeah, prevalent. Widespread in a particular area or a particular time. How prevalent nepotism has gotten. It has never had anything. So all the people that go to college, unless you know people that are already in the positions, if you're like me and you grew up without, like, connections and roots and a home and a place that was welcoming and all of those things, I hope you got brains and you could figure out, you know, well, I guess OnlyFans is out there. So for the demographic of the people that are chasing sensations, there's always that. I considered it. But the way I look at selling your soul is just going against what, you know, you're just all that chasing sensation stuff, all that ego stuff, all that. It's not good orderly direction. It's not, you know, because one day, if you're lucky, you're going to find somebody that you really care about. You're going to find the lid to your pot, right? That's how I look at it. And how are you going to explain to them this whole history of, like, you showing your wiener or finding penis pockets, looking for a place to put it, or on the female side, being the cum dumpster, the penis pocket, you know, just throwing yourself away. And, good girl, Luna. Is that messing you up? She said, yes, and I thank you tonight. I got a chair, fair and square, it's mine. So, I like how people are coming back into their virtues, regardless of what. It matters what you've done in your past, you know? It doesn't have to dictate who you are in this earth and in this world today, here and now. Like, that, I think that's why a lot of people are angry, is because of the stuff that they did. They feel bad about it. When I feel bad about stuff, usually the first motion, I go right to anger. I'm just mad. When I was a kid, I get embarrassed, mad. You know, everything just anger, because it just deflects people. It's like a superpower. People just, and if you rage enough, if you rage big enough, people will stay away. It's no way to live, man. We are here to have connections in our heart. That's why we live. That's what this incarnation is for. And it's taken me almost 50 years to figure it out. And I promise myself, my younger version of myself, that I'm going to do some other young people some favors and tell them, listen to your gut. And if you stay in your heart, you will never sell your soul. Giving your parts of yourself up, your own morals, your own ethics, in order to serve a company or an organization or a club or a fraternity or this or that, you are giving up the wholeness of yourself. I encourage people to contain the wholeness of themselves. That is where the true power comes from. People have confidence about themselves. They feel good about themselves. They're firing like an engine. They see other people that are of the same frequential energy match. This is how the world changes. I am hopeful for the first time in a very long time for the future of this world, the whole world. First, we have a lot of frickin' karmic baggage that as a collective we gotta clean up in order to live a living amends for the monstrosities that this land has caused. We need to bring all the troops home. We need to focus on this country. Whatever is happening over there, out there, that is a direct reflection to collective consciousness about how people are feeling. That something out there is the problem. The problem in each individual, in each one of us, is always an internal issue. Always. I promise. I've been talking about this for years. We get good inside. We get our good orderly direction. We align with our heart, our body, our mind, our spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. All three of those tier become equally balanced. People will not have the desire for money, property, prestige, chasing sensations in the way that they do. So, that was preempted. I mean, I didn't mean, I just turned on the camera and I said, Mom, maybe we should just have a little morning conversation, and then, bleh. I didn't want to do a live, I want to do a talk, because I got to go do some errands this morning. I got to go check the mail and stuff. So, mail's fun. I always keep track of patterns and stuff like that. Don't touch this, don't scratch the top of your head, little nugget. You're such a good boy. Did you already get it? Oh, Tucker has a little fatty tumor right where his third eye is, and it's starting to get where it's, when he scratches it, it was small enough for long enough, but so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some Neosporin. What are you doing that for? Don't do that. I'm gonna get some Neosporin and see if I can put globs on it at night while he sleeps. And see if I can get it to just kind of dry out a little bit. I mean, I try to put a Band-Aid. He doesn't like stuff on his head. I tried these Band-Aids. I cut, like, parts of Band-Aids. I had these other ones that he don't like. So he just, as soon as, it's just a new thing, man. haven't seen that's what people don't want to do the hard stuff in life. They just want all the fun stuff. They don't want to do the hard stuff. I'm going to back up a little bit and go back because I want to finish some thoughts that I had earlier on the trajectory of what this country is headed for. And I think the only way that's going to remedy that is like, because so many people are getting more and more hostile and more violent. So more and more people are going to have to be willing to not match that energy and just walk away. You know what I mean? Just let crazy be crazy. Just let them. Because you don't know. Even little old grandmas and grandpas now, like, they got demons too. And stuff is starting to come up. Like, you don't know who... anybody, like, you just gotta be careful, is all. Don't, keep going out and living your life and stuff. You just gotta... You know what I mean? Mind who's in your proximity. And I had people coming up and they... happened to me at the grocery store the other day. I saw a buddy of mine. He came up and tapped me on the shoulder, and I always look the opposite way of when somebody taps. Hey, Marge! Not everybody is happy to see me when they see me. There's a lot of people that don't like me. And I know exactly why, because I hold and carry a great deal of masculine energy. So much masculine energy. And I was having a conversation with somebody recently. Oh, it was a young lady at the flower shop. And I said, I've had to deal with this my whole life. And I have made I've made myself so much smaller because it makes other people comfortable. Because when I show up, people are like, ah, like Mom in the morning, it's so bright in here, And so I used to overcompensate. I used to totally, just like those little dudes. I had Napoleon complex or whatever that's called, the little short man. I have. And if I'm not in a spiritual fit condition, still to this day, whoop, it could come right on back. I'll be getting that, I'll be making 6-7 figures too, driving the big stupid trucks. I get a lot of reels. I watch a lot of stuff. Those new vehicles are junk. So it's like whenever I see a new car or truck on the road, I'm like, how nice that they have so much disposable income. They can just throw it away on a car that's going to last like 2 years maybe. And they spend 80, 90 upwards to drive around. See, that's how it used to be. Like, the brands made the person. The things that you listen to, all of it. But what makes up the person is the actions that the person has done to make life easier for other people. I got this. This is my It's a diploma. I have another one over there. I stopped after that because I figured out what the education and academia all is. It's just another club. And I worked at one of the biggest clubs on the planet, the Jesuit University. So I know inside how much they give me the freaking creeps. A lot of them give me the freaking creeps. I mean, I used to hang out with the priests and stuff. They have me down in the freaking, like, their living quarters and stuff. They're just like dorms, the priests live. It's like a 15-year-old boy's locker room, It's weird, the mentality of that. Every group that exists, I consider the mentality of that. Like, the person that is drawn to just do and then they go around saying, we're here to serve people. and they travel from no, you guys go on paid vacations all over the planet in the name of service, and all they keep doing is digging up more dead bodies, and you get more stories about how you creepy pervs can't keep your hands to yourself. I have a lien on my credit from Creighton University. Because I bought a car when I worked for him. I worked for him for 5 years. And then Christopher Arison was a freaking total freaking machismo micromanager, freaking misogynistic freaking dumbass, and made it so uncomfortable that I looked for work outside of it. And it was a totally, like, if I would just willing to live the 3D life of becoming a corn-fed heifer, that I would have just for a long, like the first several years, they had luncheon for the entire staff of the university in the medical, because I worked in the Department of Radiology side, and then I went to the university side and worked at the student service desk. So it was like Geek Squad for the students as an extra perk for giving them freaking guns and gushes of money. It's freaking it's all a crock, man. I'm here to tell people, don't waste your money. Learn a trade, dude. Learn a trade. Do not go to university. Don't go to college. If I can help one person not waste their money, I will ask me. I'll help you figure out what you want to do. I'm good at it. I'll do it for free, just to have a conversation, And so Creighton was, the Jesuit club. And I remember working there, and my boss, J.D. Rummel, every year, I've had evidence. It's like that movie, Slumdog Millionaire. I've been give evidence and verification of storylines that so many people profit from, but they become the false for profits. So they create this gross system, and then they're the ones that are going around saying that stuff. No, that doesn't happen. No, that doesn't happen. That's in the movie. They make the movies so they can say that stuff doesn't happen. It's in the movies. Like, that's a legal defense. It's not. It's all fallacy. It's all smoke and mirrors. No, look over here while we're doing gross shit over here. J.D. Rummel would talk about how, we have our monthly, it was the IT department. That's what they called themselves, because they're a bunch of 15-year-old minded dudes. Do it. Department in IT. They thought it was so funny. And so, when big stuff would happen, like the College World Series would happen, stuff like that, and that would all come into town. Okay, he'd be like, it's time, all right, network team, we gotta lock it down. We gotta freaking, dial down. We gotta secure the network that much more, because we don't want all the human traffickers using our network that come into town for the College World Series. That is what my boss, J.D. Rummel, said in meetings back in 2008, 2010. Okay. Not, why can't we track the human traffickers and find out who they are and get them out, stop them. Let's let the police know. It's nothing like that. No. Because more people, because look at how many people profit. Look, all the advertisers, all of the people that come from all over the world to go to that event. All of those people that aren't doing anything other than that thing and thinking about all the other things that they can be doing. I always say, when I see people, my mind goes to places like, I wonder if they ever mowed a lawn for an old lady, or helped somebody change a tire, or let somebody go ahead in front of them at the grocery store. Or, I wonder if this individual in front of me has ever done anything in their life to inconvenience themselves in order to make the comfort of somebody else's life more prominent. That flashes every person I ever come across. I like how Robert the other day said, life is it is very transactional. Either it's giving energy out and receiving energy in. My imbalance for a long time has me giving energy out and not receiving any back. And I'm ready to receive, universe. I'm ready to receive. Because the more you receive, the more you can give. I've been showing people last 7 years that you can give without receiving a lot. Because people don't know how to give at all. They think that if they give of themselves, that there ain't going to be enough left over for themselves. And that is a self-centered way of thinking. And that's going to get us to more of the freaking cream of the crap. I walked into Ace Hardware the other day, the one on the south side. And there's freaking a sign on the front. And you know what? I just got an idea. There's a lot of women, like the women up there. I'm going to go in and ask them if they want to do like a self-defense class. Like I can just give them some quick tip, give them some quick tips on how if somebody, because they got this whole, like you walk in and there's a sign with all these scumbags pictures on it that come in and they steal stuff. Dude, if I worked there, I would have a display of soup right there, right? And every time somebody walked out with some product, I grab a can of freaking soup and I chuck it at him. Because you can have that shit, but you're going to have a sting in your arm and you're going to remember me for 3 days. I'm sick of criminals. I'm sick of scumbags. I'm sick of people. And I'm talking about the rich ones too. I'm talking about those people that just met in San Francisco. While they shipped and bust off a bunch of homeless people, God knows where they took them. Please, if you're homeless on the streets of San Francisco, please let us know where they took you. Not one video, not one footage of one homeless person getting on a bus where they went. Nothing, anywhere. There's thousands of homeless people on the streets of San Francisco, and these people just disappeared so these Chinese can do a pony show. They can come here with the Zionist Bidon, who declares himself in articles because he learned it from his dad. That's not Christian. That's not good, orderly direction. That is bro club. That's swing and wiener energy. We don't have any place for that on this land. This Native American is not going to allow this to happen quietly. As I know a guy went to high school, puts up the post, ooh, yeah, stand up for your country, freedom, rights, blah, 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 Dude, get off your fucking couch, drive down to freaking San Francisco. I didn't see nothing. There was no action. We got all these couch surf warriors, Generation X, you got soft. This is all on our watch. We were not supposed to allow this to happen at all. I've been bitching about this stuff for years. People look at me as the bitch. They don't listen to what I'm saying. Where are people supposed to go to get help? Because they go to this church? They go to this church. The person that's giving out the food, you look like someone that they used to know. You don't get no food today. You're not that. But that's how people's minds work. They're so infantile. They're so elementary. Because they feel stifled in life that it makes them feel better to go around and just stifle others. And then they go around because they feel bad about it, just living their best life. Rewarding themselves, eating this, drinking that, just to make themselves feel better because they know their behavior sucks. Just act better. Do better. If you see somebody that needs help, don't consider the person, consider the spirit. Consider the soul in that soul sack that is just having a shitty day and they probably want to just go home. If you got AAA, call AAA for them. Just hang out with them for an hour, wait for AAA to show up. Maybe make a new buddy, you know? Maybe maybe you decide you really don't like them, never want to see them again. That's okay. Be well, you know? There's all kinds of ways to help people. People just don't know how, so I'm here to teach that. Anyway, it's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Oh, you know what? I never even said it. My name's Marge. I'm a Aoka. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.